vibration plate for? It's a very common question. But I would return that question and ask, well, how long would you go for a walk? Or how long would you go for a run? It really depends on what you're trying to accomplish. A vibration plate accelerates exercise effects, and the whole time you're standing or squatting upon it, whatever the position is that you're doing, you don't have to move as much as you would traditionally, let's say, on the floor. It turbo boosts your circulation and your lymphatic movements. So if you're looking for feel-good benefits, often just a minute or two is really all that's needed. From a time perspective, I would by far prefer you using the plate more frequently as symptoms present, 2 to 3 minutes as needed, versus just setting and forgetting and standing there for 10 minutes. It's not necessary. And for those of you that might be dealing with a chronic condition, maybe you're recovering from something, maybe you're just terribly deconditioned, trying to make up lost time and activity just by going the full preset time of 10 minutes or 15, if your plate offers that, isn't necessarily the best approach. So be very conservative on your time, using it more frequently, as well reduce intensity. And I cover this in every video at nausea. Wide is more movement, close is less. So just by being able to tolerate and take on more, and many of you, I see comments, you're hurting for 2 to 3 days, but you made it up to 10 minutes. Like, it's something that you have to go through or should go through to follow some protocol that's in a book. I wouldn't suggest it's tailored necessarily to your needs. So 2 to 3 minutes more often, and see how it goes. If you are looking for fitness gains, if you're more conditioned, you're not dealing with any health concerns, and you have higher tolerance for exercise, this is still a new technology to you. You don't know, what old injuries may come to the surface. Many of my training athletes have a tendency to overdo it. So you don't want to start retaining fluid and having excessive muscle soreness because you're doing too much early on. So for my athletic crowd, perhaps 2 to 3 minutes as a recovery after you've done other activities, or as a warm-up before you do other things. If you want to train on it, do your squats, your push-ups. I wouldn't necessarily start there. Become familiar with the device, how it feels. Does it exhilarate you and keep you up all night, or running to the bathroom, taking lots of extra pees? Ease into it for the first week or two, and kind of once you get a feel for it and what preferences, what speeds or programs might appeal more to you as a feeling for what you're doing. There is no exact science. Just like going to the gym, if we were going to go lift weights for 10 minutes, what are we lifting? 5 pounds, 15 pounds? Or are we doing a few reps? Are we doing squats with it? So time is a very blanket question. It really, I hate to say again, boils down to a depends answer. Depends on you, depends on the goals that you're trying to accomplish, and it depends on what you are able and, quite frankly, willing to do. So if the goals are long-term weight loss, you're coming from a very deconditioned place, it may take time in that journey to improve and progress. Going longer and longer may just set you back in the form of over-exercising. Maybe you're dealing with arthritis and your knees are sore now. Be responsible and take into mind the body that you're dealing with. And I always recommend, whether you are on this end of the medical scale or this end of the athletic spectrum, give your body time to get used to this new stimulus. Just the circulation and increase in lymphatic movement alone makes you want to stay on it longer, but see how your body adjusts to it. You can always do a little bit more later and progress towards other things. If you are working on fitness positions, you're a little bit further along, you've been using your plate for a while. My goal, I like HIIT style training. I've got a bad knee. I don't like long, drawn out durations. So for me, it's not a total time as far as my workout, it's how long per position. So ideally in a fitness position, you're pushing for fatigue within 45 seconds to a minute. What that means is you may want to put forth some effort. So you can certainly stand there for a minute, but if you push yourself to do functional exercises within your range of motion, within your ability, you will get fatigued faster. You're going to reduce the amount of time on your joints. And one of the big advantages of a vibration plate is you can get those muscles to a level of fatigue in lesser time with a little less effort on your part than traditional floor or gym exercises. So, yet everybody wants to just keep going longer and longer. If you've had a painful experience, you've got painful joints or muscle or soreness or any, you're peeing too much, you're swelling. These are not a pleasant first experience using your plate, and it should be a pleasant experience. If you're uncomfortable in using your plate in any way, experiencing any of, what really are over exercising symptoms, please reach out to me. I've got a ton of videos, but 9 times out of 10, it's on an oscillating plate. It's standing too wide for too long a duration, whatever position you're doing, standing, squatting. Be conservative, bring those feet more realistically hip width apart, bend those knees, and give it a go for 2 to 3 minutes, a few times the first day. Maybe sit down on it, maybe use it seated on a stool, build from there. And anything that you need me to translate along the way, message or just put a comment in this video. But be conservative in your time starting out. Just because your plate has a 10 or a 15-minute run time, there is no expectation for you to start. It's not a starting point. Where are you going to go from there? Use this amazing tool to reduce the amount of time that you have to spend doing the exercise and the self-care. And if you do enjoy doing longer durations, just be mindful when you're first starting out. Make sure that you're not overdoing it, for your level of conditioning or anything that you may be dealing with.